the brain cannot be in a state of appreciation and a state of fear at the same time. And anxiety is a fear-based emotion. The two may alternate, but they are mutually exclusive. So you cannot be in fear with your mind racing, right? What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? All these things that are going to happen. That's what anxiety is. So if you find yourself not just hating on yourself, thinking about all these things that you don't like about yourself or your life, but all these things that could potentially happen that you don't want to happen in the future, you can even use gratitude for the future to combat all those things that quote unquote might happen. Welcome back to Create Your Fate. I'm your life coach, Meg Ellis, here to help you create your best life ever, beginning with your thoughts and your mind. So the other day, I'm working out, and there is an exercise that I absolutely love to do. Y'all know I teach indoor cycling at SoulCycle, but an exercise that I love to do, and actually used to teach it, is Lagree. And if you're not familiar with Lagree, basically it's Pilates. Instead of being on a reformer, you're on this thing called a megaformer. And it's crazy, it's intense, it's this time under tension, there's all these springs, it's heavy load, and it's just this constant, you're on for 45 minutes straight. It's a crazy workout. I highly recommend it. Love it. They have these big mirrors on all of the walls. And if you've ever even been to yoga or a bar class, you know what I'm talking about. Most boutique studios or even gyms have those mirrors everywhere. And I've been doing Lagree. I've done, I don't know, probably 400 classes. I used to teach it. I'm actually really good at it. And yet still, somehow, I will be in the middle of a Lagree class. And out of everything, I mean, this is a big, giant room. And I'm doing the most. You're supposed to go really slow in these classes. I am probably the slowest one in the room. I'm crushing it. I am so strong. But you know what my mind always, without doubt, ends up finding is that one little place on my body that I absolutely hate. And whatever mirror I'm looking at, whether it be in front of me, back of me, on the side, right? They're everywhere. My mind always finds a way for me to look at this part of my stomach that I absolutely hate. And I got to thinking about it. You know, I'm in the middle of this gratitude practice now. And I thought this was a really good example because I think it's something that we can all relate to, because it's so easy to find things that we do not like. Find things that we don't like about ourselves, our bodies, our circumstances, our entire lives, right? Our jobs, our relationships, our friends, anything. It is so easy. And over time, I have noticed my mind automatically actually goes to look at that part of my body in the mirror. It's become an automatic behavior. And I'm thinking, as I recently started this gratitude challenge, and it's been blowing my mind, and I'm super excited to bring something like this for y'all later this year. But it made me think, because I'm in this class, and I'm doing, first of all, my body can move, right? My body can do this exercise. I'm one of the best in the class, and not that that matters, but I'm strong. I have muscle. My body is capable of doing all these things. And yet my mind still goes to what I don't want. And so I think that's a really common theme, and it's not just in a workout. Like I said, it's in any aspect of your life. But I want to use what I've learned from this gratitude challenge that I'm doing right now, and I wanted to give it to you because I think if it's helped me so much, then it can help you. Because I do say this on the show all the time. You're probably, if you've been listening, if you've subscribed, you've heard me say this probably 10 times already. But gratitude is the number one way to take yourself from a negative energetic standpoint to a positive one. So let's just take my example, right? I'm in the middle of this class. I'm crushing it. I feel good, right? I'm getting the endorphins rush, everything. Listening to music that I like the instructor. And yet my mind goes to direct my eyes to this one part about my body that I don't like. And all of a sudden, my energy drops, right? Because I'm focused on what I don't like. And so before that, let's just say take your energy on a scale of 1 to 10 on a daily basis. You can do this for any part of your day. And for me, my workout, let's just say I'm cruising at a 7 or an 8. It's early in the day. I like to work out in the mornings. And it's pretty early. Nothing really has happened yet. And I'm working out. I feel really good. I'm like 7 or an 8. And then my mind goes to direct my eyes to the part of my body that I hate. And if I choose to focus on that, then my energy, you can tell, like, well, now I'm thinking about this and I don't like this about myself. Now I'm comparing myself to every other person in the room. And I'm thinking, oh, I shouldn't have eaten this. I shouldn't have eaten this. I probably should have worked out harder. And the list goes on. And you can get yourself into this spiral and this rabbit hole, right? And your energy starts to drop. And now I'm not feeling really good about myself. And I'm feeling like a 2, 3, or a 4. And so if my mind can do that on the negative, then what we're going to do is we're going to use this super magical trick called gratitude to get your energy back up. And you can do this anytime. It'll take conscious probably 10 seconds, maybe a minute max of your life. So if you want to instantly change your energy from negative to positive, listen up, because absolutely nothing has to change with your circumstance for your energy to go up, for you to feel better, for you to like yourself better, for you to like your circumstance better. Absolutely nothing outside of you has to change. Okay? The only thing that has to change is your attitude. And we'll call this the attitude of gratitude, because when it comes to the law of attraction and manifesting, if I want to attract things that are a 10 out of 10, those amazing things, I have to keep myself up at that vibrational level of a 10, where I'm feeling good about myself, right? I was listening to the music. I'm with all these other people. I'm strong in my body and I'm doing the workout. I feel good. So I'm feeling good, and I'm going to attract other things throughout my day, throughout my life, that are on that same level. But if I stay beating myself up, thinking about these things that aren't working out for me or things that I don't like, then I'm going to stay on that, that 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to attract other things in my day, my year, my life that are on that level. So if you want to get that life that's a 10 out of 10, you got to stay up at the 10. So gratitude can help you do that, because when it comes to manifesting, you don't get what you want. I want a 10. I want that lifestyle where I feel amazing and everything's working out for me. But I'm not willing to shift my energy from a 4 because I'm so busy beating myself up and analyzing my circumstance of what's not working out for me. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. So let's talk about gratitude, the powers of it. Not only can it lift your energy from a negative energetic state to a positive one, so you can attract positive, amazing things. When your mind is actually focused on the things that you are grateful for, you get more of them. Why? Write this down. What you appreciate appreciates. So if I know that, why would I not appreciate what I do want when I do have more? You have to focus on where you direct your energy, because what I appreciate appreciates. I'm going to get more of what I choose to focus on, because energy flows where your attention goes. So if I'm just focusing my attention on something about my body that I don't like, more energy is going to go there. And more energy in my mind is going to go there. And then I'm actually going to be looking for other parts of myself that I don't like. That's just how your mind works. It's kind of like this ripple effect. It stays on that same level of, now I'm just looking for things that I don't like about myself because I'm focused on this. And your mind is very powerful, and you always do find what you look for. So let's look for, if we know that, let's look for a way to be grateful, because there is always, always, always something to be grateful for. Period. There's always something. Sometimes you will have to look hard and deep for something to be grateful for, but I promise you that you can even grab onto the smallest, tiniest thing, and once you appreciate it, it appreciates. You will find more things like that. It will start to get bigger and you will have more positivity into your life. So take me in my example in the gym the other day when I'm working out. I could have chosen, because it is a choice, to continue to focus on what I didn't like about my body. That one part of my stomach that just, is not flat and I don't like it. And then I would have gone down the spiral of, I shoulda, coulda, woulda done this comparison, and it takes me further into my wormhole. And now I can't find anything to be grateful for. Or I can choose to turn this ship around, right? Let me turn my canoe around here and think about, okay, I don't like this part. I'm not going to ignore the fact that I don't like this, that this is not working out for me. I'm not saying that you have to blindly ignore it. But what I am saying is you can acknowledge it and then move on and not focus on it. Because remember, you get more of whatever you focus on. So let me shift my focus towards what I do like. That's it. Stop thinking about what you don't like. Just think about what you do like. So what do I like? What can I be grateful for? Well, I can be grateful that I am really strong and I can do most of this class. And I can be grateful that I am in my favorite instructor's class. And now that I'm thinking about it, I can be grateful for this new friend who's 2 machines down from me, who I met at the studio. And the more you start to think about things that you're grateful for, it becomes easier. And now that's my focus. And so whatever you're focused on, your brain will look for reasons to support that focus because it's easier to come up with a supportive thought than it is to come up with a whole new one. So if I just shift my focus on the things that I'm grateful for, then I will be able to think of things more easily and easily as time goes on. And so that's how that ripple effect happens. And the more now I'm thinking, okay, wow, I'm strong. I can do this. I'm with my favorite instructor. I made a new friend. I love the studio. Wow. And I can feel my energy. I was at that 4 because I was hating on myself. But now the more I'm expressing gratitude and really thinking about things that I can be grateful for, my energy starts to go up. One fact I recently discovered about gratitude is how you can use it if you have anxiety. So it's not just about, hating on your circumstance or your body or your life or whatever it is. It's about replacing anxiety with gratitude. This is how powerful, this is how magical gratitude is. And this is not some woo-woo stuff here. This is a fact. It is a fact of neurology that the brain cannot be in a state of appreciation and a state of fear at the same time. And anxiety is a fear-based emotion. The two may alternate, but they are mutually exclusive. So you cannot be in fear with your mind racing, right? What if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? All these things that are going to happen. That's what anxiety is. So if you find yourself not just hating on yourself, thinking about all these things that you don't like about yourself or your life, but all these things that could potentially happen that you don't want to happen in the future, you can even use gratitude for the future to combat all those things that quote unquote might happen. All these what ifs. By just shifting to gratitude. How can you shift into gratitude? Well, I don't know. I don't have anything to be grateful for. All these bad things are going to happen. Well, one, have they happened yet? If they're in the future, no matter what they are, the answer is no. So come back into the present moment. What can I be grateful for now? And just, if you've never had a gratitude practice, a great place to start is literally right now in the moment. What is one small thing that I am grateful for? Right? Maybe if you're laying in bed, do you like the way your pillow feels? Do you like the fact that you have a comfortable bed? Is your pet sitting next to you? What is it? Something, I'm sure something good happened to you, or you like something in your life. Even if it's the smallest little thing, sometimes you have to reach for it, think about it, and then those supportive thoughts will follow, and then those will trickle versus this trickling mind of anxiety. So you can actually use gratitude for the future. And speaking of the future, you can actually use gratitude for the future. One powerful thing. Let's talk about gratitude practices. I'm going to tell you about how you can actually use gratitude to create your future. Because again, what you appreciate appreciates. So, if you are new to a gratitude practice, a great place to start is waking up in the morning, and you get to decide how your day is going to go. Am I going to have a good day? Am I going to have a bad day? Well, that depends. What are you going to choose to focus on? Because remember, all those supportive thoughts, they're going to fill in the gaps here. So create the day that you want by starting with gratitude. 3 things that you're grateful for. That's it. 3 things. In the moment, it can be in your whole life. At the very least, your health, your family, your pet, your comfortable pillow, the glass of water next to your bed, whatever it is. It can be small, it can be big, but something in your life, 3 things, big or small, that you can be grateful for. And you're going to set the tone for the day. You're going to set your focus for the day. This is what I'm focused on, so my brain will look for the things that are going to fill in the gaps to support those positive, grateful thoughts. And then you're going to do the same thing at bedtime. So you're going to think of 3 things before you fall asleep, 3 things that I'm grateful for. Maybe it was 3 things that happened today. You can get specific and you can get very intentional about what you are grateful for. So 3 things that you're grateful for when you wake up and then at night. And then if you already have a gratitude practice and you have seen the benefits of your gratitude practice, here is an extra challenge. So getting back to how gratitude can affect the future, it can affect that anxiety that you have in the future, you can actually use gratitude as a little trick. It's like a magic trick for the future to create the future, right? Create your fate, create your best life ever. This is what we do on the show. It's called Gratitude in Advance. That's it. It's mind-blowing, I know. But all you have to do is think about something that you want, and then you're going to be grateful for it as if you already have it. So for me, I have a goal of being on a TED Talk. So I would go to bed and say, wow, I'm so grateful that I have booked my TED Talk. Wow, I'm so grateful for that. And then you allow yourself to actually feel the emotions of that, because the law of attraction is, again, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. And if I allow myself to feel the feelings of what it feels like to actually have it, even before I do, then it actually brings it into life more. Especially if you do this before bed, right before you go to bed, when your subconscious mind takes over and starts to create things like dreams, then it actually is even more powerful. And I know it sounds a little weird, which is why it's a challenge for you. It is a challenge. I'm going to challenge you to do this because I did this. I've done this for a little while, but I did it very intentionally with this gratitude challenge. I said, hey, I am so grateful for all of the speaking engagements that I'm going to get this week. And I'll tell you this, I did not just get 1, I got 2 within 24 hours of me doing this practice, this gratitude practice of being grateful in advance and feeling the feelings and sleeping on it and letting my subconscious mind do half the work by creating that positive vibe. Remember, what you focus on, you get more of, even if it doesn't exist yet. And I woke up, and within 24 hours, I had 2 speaking engagements. So it's my challenge for you to try it, use it to fight your negative circumstance, your negative image that you have about yourself, whatever is not working out in your life, anything that you're focusing on that you don't want. You can use gratitude to combat against that anxiety and those thoughts of fear. And then you can start your gratitude practice. So 3 things that you're grateful for in the morning and at night. And if you want that super extra challenge, then you can start doing your gratitude in advance. So that's all I got for you today. If this was helpful for you, please subscribe. I would love that so much. It helps my show grow. It allows me to get amazing guests on here for y'all and allows me to keep doing what I absolutely love. And I'm so grateful for you for listening. I really, truly am. So thank you. And again, I hope this helped. If you know it would help a friend, be sure to send it to them. If I could leave you with one thing, it's this: expect good things always, and they will happen.